it's Elise here, and welcome to my faux pas Vogue tutorial video. This is a guide to my natural beauty makeup look, and with that, let's dive right in. So the first thing that I do as soon as I hop out the shower is use my Clinique exfoliator, and I just use my cotton ball, take a few squirts of that, and just rub it all over my face. All right, look at that, oh my gosh. So after that, I will take my Chinese ginseng and rice toner, and what this does is it basically, usually my skin is very like uneven, and so this is used for brightening and evening my skin. So I'll take that on my cotton ball and just make sure I get all over my face. After I'm done with that, I will let it dry a little bit, and then I'll take my moisturizer, which is Clinique as well, and I have really dry skin, so this is like perfect for my skin, and it just helps me to, you know, have that nice little shine and moisture in my face since it's really dry. Alright, so my first step whenever I start my makeup is to do my eyes, and with my eyes I will use my Pro Concealer from MAC. I'll take a little bit of that, and then I will use my little brush and use that on my eyelid. And you don't want to put too much on there. If you feel like you have too much, you can just sort of wipe it off. But yeah, I'll use that just to sort of put that on my eyelid, and then I'll use my finger to just make sure it's rubbed in correctly, blended nicely. Okay, and then the next step is I will take my Makeup Forever HD pressed powder, and I'll take a little fluffy brush and set that. And this really works just to make sure, like, when you put your eyeshadow on, it's just sort of there as your base. What I'm gonna do is actually take my bronzer and use that for my shadow, and this one is the Becca bronzer. So one thing about me is that I actually am a model, and so, you know, you have to sometimes have the natural makeup look and all that, and I also do pageants too. I'm actually Miss Chattanooga right now, so you know, you don't want to you know, come off too bold sometimes, so this look is more so for the times when you want to come off like softer and just more approachable, you know. Yeah, you don't want that. You want that? That's what you want. But don't worry, we're gonna achieve that look today. Okay, so that's all what we're gonna do for eyes for now. So after you're finished with your eyes, I always like to go on to my foundation. So my foundation is, let's see, Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, and the shade is 370W. Now I personally have bigger pores, so I usually love to, I have my little pore filler by NYX, and I'll take a little bit of this, put it on my fingertip, not too much, and then I'll get a little bit of the foundation, not too much, and put it on my thumb. Oops. And I'll just mix it together, and then I'll put it on my pores. And then the next thing, I'll take my brush and actually apply my foundation. And so when you think about applying foundation, you know, how would you apply it? You want to act like you're painting a nice wall, okay? So I start at my jawline. And you can use the tip of your brush to sort of blend it together. Now you don't really have to get like right underneath your eyes, just because we're gonna be putting the concealer underneath there, so you can sort of not do that. Ooh, and then another thing is, so when you apply it to your nose, you want to stay outside of your little eye box. And then don't forget the tip of the nose and underneath it. Okay, and you also kind of do not forget about your neck, because that's also very important, because our neck actually has, you know, it's a little bit lighter since our skull is there. So you always want to, that's for everybody, because you know, you have a head. So you don't want to, you know, it's always going to be lighter. So basically you just need to blend it down, honey, okay? Blend it. Next, I would typically do my contour, but I don't see it. I'll be right back. Got it. Okay, so this is what I use for my contour, Fenty Beauty, and this shade is Truffle. So I just take it from my little ear tab right here, and this is a little bit like darker, so I don't like to put too much because it's a little bit harder to blend, but you don't want to go past the outer part of your brow. So yeah, so just put a little, and then I will take it up like this, and I'll do that to the other side too. So ear tab, I'll put some on my forehead, and I'll also put it on my nose. And chin. Okay, and then I'll take the same foundation brush, and I'll use that to blend. And you actually, is a good thing if you have a little bit of your foundation already on it, because then it's just easier to blend. So what's really important is to, when you're blending this, you get a little, and then you just want to always blend upward. If you blend downwards, then that's going to make your cheek look saggy, so you don't want to do that. But you can blend this little line out too. Okay, so now when we get to the nose, it is okay if you actually like blend this into your eyebrows, because that's kind of like just how it naturally, like the light will naturally fall on it. So to sort of blend that, I just use like the tip of my little brush to just blend it all. Yes, honey, make sure you blend, especially if you have like a darker one, blend. All right, so now I'm going to use or do my highlight or concealer, whatever you want to call it. I'll take a little flat brush like this and use my concealer, get a little dab of that, and then I'll just take it from the inner corner and go to my brow, get a little bit more, and then go from the inner corner and go straight down. So one thing about you know, the model life, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, and like going to school at the same time, like it can be a little bit, you know, hard at times just because you're trying to get your education, but also like, you know, you want to make money too and do modeling gigs and stuff like that. So sometimes, now I don't typically suggest doing this. Like for me, I like to have like a schedule where I do Tuesday and Thursday classes, but sometimes that's not always obtainable. But yeah, I try and do Tuesday and Thursday classes and, you know, do my modeling jobs on the other days if there's like a possibility for that. But I actually don't really have to worry about that anymore because your girl just graduated. Praise Jesus. Whew. Praise Jesus, yes. Just take a moment of silence right here. All right, there we go. All right, so don't forget about the middle part. Let's stay focused. Don't forget about the middle part. So I'll put a little bit in the middle. And one good thing about this is that the reason why, you know, you kind of do your, or at least why I did my contour first is like if it gets a little bit out of control, you can just use your concealer and highlighter to just make it go back, okay? So after I apply that, I'll take my contour brush and I'll just wipe it off on something. And this is an important step because you do not want to mix like the, you know, you just use your contour. So you want to make sure you wipe it off because we're going to use the same brush to blend down our concealer. So after you wipe off your brush, you're just going to pat it down. And I typically like to look up and pat it down close to the eye. You can swipe down. I feel like I'm making like hella weird faces right now. Okay, and then I need my sponge, but typically, so to blend this part down, take a sponge, not a sponge, but a sponge, and you blend that down. But I guess we're just gonna do this with the brush. Let's see how this works. Okay, and now I have my MHD Beauty. It's not a pressed powder, it's a loose powder. So I thought, you know what, funny story. So I actually thought that pressed powder and loose powder, when I first started doing makeup, I thought it was like no difference. And so if this is one thing that you don't have, like girl, like get on it and get you some loose powder because it actually does make a difference. But you can just take a little bit of that, take your sponge, and then you dab it in your loose powder. And we don't want to crease. Okay, for your nose, you'll just take the tip of it and put powder on it. Oh, I don't think that's like, I don't think that's right in the middle, but you know, try and get yours right in the middle. I don't typically like to let mine sit for too long. So I'll just, after I'm finished pretty much, I'll get my brush and then start taking it off. You can blend downwards so it doesn't get in your eye. If you feel like you have powder in your brush, just take it off. Okay, and then for my nose, I will take my MHD Beauty, Madison Dennis Beauty, and then let's see, what shade is this? This is Warm Yellow Dual Powder, that's what it's called. But I'll take my brush, the same brush, and then tap off a little bit and just blend away the excess powder that was still on your nose. Voila. Okay. And then next, We are gonna do some more bronzer. And then you can take some on your neck too. And this sort of adds like a little bit more color. And then next, you can take the same brush and add your blush. And this is also MHD Beauty. And this color is called Buddha. Interesting. So I believe like if you're wearing more black versus like brighter colors, I believe for brighter colors you put on more blush. But if you're wearing like black or darker colors or whatever, then you would put on less. So fun fact, if you didn't know that. Let's see, let's not forget about our highlighter. So this is the Laura Geller. And this color is called Gilded Honey. I will take my little fan brush right here and I'll dab it on like this. And so I typically put this like at the end of my eyebrow right here and just, you know, you can put not too much, you know, we don't want to be too much, but it's okay if you are, but you know, be a little extra sometimes, you know. Okay. And then you can't forget about your nose. So for the nose, I'll just put a little bit like this. Now go. Yes, we're feeling this, okay. We are gonna take our setting powder, MHD Beauty, and swirl it. And we'll just sort of put this all over our face. And now it's on to brows. Alright, so you always want to brush your eyebrows up. Alright, so with your eyebrows, you don't want to ever like draw lines. You just sort of want to like act like you're drawing eyebrow hairs, basically. And IDKY, but I feel like this eyebrow is always really difficult for me. I don't know what it is, but you know that saying like, they're sisters, not twins. That's what it is. They are sisters and not twins, and there's a reason for that, because baby feeling a little shaky. Okay, she feeling shaky. I swear I would probably forget my whole head if it was not attached to me. But basically, I take the MAC palette, and this one it's called Eyeshadow Times 15 Warm Neutral, and I'll take the darkest shade right here and I'll dab it in that, and then there we go. I'll just make sure you don't put this like in places that is not your eyebrow. Okay, helpful tip, but I feel like y'all should know that. But anyways, put that in there. And then I will gel my eyebrows. This is NYX Control Freak. And I'll gel them up. And then also we are gonna add some more highlighter and just put it on the top of your finger. Alright, and looking, I can see that my contour is a little bit harsh, so if you find that you have that problem, be sure to just continue to blend. This is always something that is an issue. It's just blending and just making sure things don't look harsh, because you never know, it can come to get you. And then next we are gonna go ahead and do some mascara. This is on a multi-benefit mascara. Can't forget about the bottom. Sometimes I'll just wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. Hey. Voila, and now we are moving on to our lips. last but not least, so this is MHD Beauty, and this color is Suede. And so for my lips, so I feel like my lips sort of kind of go down, so I like to just sort of like overline like this right here just a little bit, just to make it look a little bit more like you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I feel like y'all get it. So I'll start at the top. And this is also MHD Beauty. And this is called Whirly Girl, and it's a matte apparently. So okay, and I always like for my liner to be like darker than the actual like lip color, and you can kind of like do I guess like an ombre type of deal where, because I know y'all saw that I added a little bit of liner to the corners right there, but I always love adding gloss, and I actually don't know what kind of, there's no like label on this, so sorry about that, but yes, all right. And last but not least, now we have our Prep and Primer, and this is MAC, and you just spritz this on you, let it dry, and this is it. She's such a drama queen, oh my god. This is the final look, and I hope you all loved this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this is the end of my faux pas Vogue video. Oh my god, I can't even do this. Okay, this is the end of my faux pas fake Vogue video. And here we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to actually check out my last video because I'm sure you guys will love it. It was Thanksgiving outfits, or really fall outfits, but be sure to watch it, and thank you guys so much. Bye.